What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Ripple Effect with Soria. I'm your host, Armando Soria, and I am very, very excited to introduce you guys to Mr. Miguel Santamaria. Miguel, what's up, buddy?
Hey everybody, excited to be here at the Ripple Effect with Soria. Thanks for the invite. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
And I'm really excited.
Absolutely, buddy. And of course, we're excited to have you, my friend. And so for those who don't know you, if you could do me a favor and just introduce yourself to our listeners.
Oh, sure. My name is Miguel Santamaria, born and raised in Mexico. I've been here in this country for over 20 years now. Started in the mortgage industry back in 2004. And since then, that's what I call home. Thanks to these connections, I was able to meet you, a lot of people that I surround myself with that I could consider my friends. And they're always trying to live it up. So I have to do it as well.
Absolutely, buddy. No, it's great to have you. And so I was a little quick on the trigger there, my friend. What I wanted to let the listeners know is Miguel, and correct me at any point, right? So Miguel is currently he is the president or co-president of NORA.
Okay, I'm the chapter president in Monterey County for NORA, the National Hispanic Organization of Real Estate Associates. I'm also a broker co-owner of my own brokerage, Loans by CMS. We're here in Salinas. We're local, and then I'm part of the Chamber of Commerce, part of the LLS, other nonprofits as well.
Awesome, man. Very active, and that's as it should be, right? And as a matter of fact, I think that's where you and I first met was through the Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
And then that led to Miguel and I. We also sit on the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's Monterey Bay leadership team for Visionary of the Year, and we connected there. You came on board after supporting me when I was a candidate with LOS in 2022.
Yes, that is correct. Piggybacking, I think we actually met during COVID with the chamber. Right. Yes, when we used to have the Zoom meetings, like again during COVID and the lockdown. But because I think we started our businesses around the same time.
That's right.
And when I became the president of NORA, that's when I reached out to you without even knowing you.
Yep.
Physically. I just said, hey, I'm the new president for this nonprofit, willing to support. You said yes. And since then, everything has developed.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of steamrolled from there.
Yeah.
And that's awesome, man. So let me ask you, as it pertains to your to CMS loans. So tell me about that. How did you get started in the mortgage industry?
Yes. So pretty much, like I said, I started back in 2005. I was a loan processor. Then I joined several retail lenders, and that's where I met my business partner. And it was one time that we were kind of like fed up with the way that that company was going. Yeah. And we just decided, you know what, I think we're ready. Let's do it. And obviously, and this goes to all the people that are willing to or thinking about starting a business, it's really exciting. It's also nerve-wracking. But if you have it in your mind, you will be able to develop if you really wanted it. And that's what we did. We started CMS back in 2021, I think. No, 2020. So yeah, we're going on 3 years.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's me, my business partner, some virtual assistants, and we decided to open up this mortgage company because we do believe on creating relationships more than transactions.
Mm-hmm.
When you work at the big banks, you just have to focus on units and stuff like that.
Right.
And that was not our focus. Our focus was to pretty much service our community for a lifetime, not just for a transaction. I always tell my clients that in me, they find a personal assistant for life. And that's nice. And I like that. Mm-hmm. I like that. A purchase or refinance transaction could go as quick as just opening and closing your eyes. But the relationship that you create with your clients is pretty much for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely true. And so touching on that, so how do you how do you maintain those relationships? You mentioned that that your clients, they basically have the personal assistant for life. How do you maintain and nurture those relationships once the transaction is completed?
Yeah, we always stay pretty much on their faces through either flyers, emails, our CRMs. I always call them for their birthday or at least a text message and stuff like that. Yeah, we do believe in creating comfort for our clients and our business partners because the same way that we create these relationships with the clients, we have to create it with the business partners, like
Hmm.
the real estate agents, title companies, and associates, because at the end of the day, that's the way that a business is successful. Um, uh,
Yeah.
yeah, we call it come home to the experts, and that's how we believe we are. We never relax, so that's what we have to do.
I tell you what, that's that right there. Keeping your foot on the gas,
Yeah.
right? That's what it comes down to. And so with that being said, how, if I may ask, how do you keep the foot on the gas? What do you do to kind of keep you engaged and not rest on your laurels, so to speak, not become complacent? Because I personally, I have to, I've struggled with that myself. So can
Yes.
you tell us about that?
Oh yeah. Like I said, we create comfort to the clients. The only thing that we don't create comfort is with ourselves.
Mm,
Because like you said, when you
I
create
like that.
comfort mentality, then you're just gonna start going down and you're gonna just settle. And at the end of the day, you don't create a business just to settle, right?
Right.
We do believe that all of us want to create our own company because we think we have our open schedule, but that comes with a lot of responsibilities.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not quite the way that. Yeah.
exactly. Business being a business owner doesn't have a ceiling, so you can make as much money as you want. But guess what? It doesn't have a floor neither. So you can quickly go down if you don't maintain, like you said,
The foot on the gas.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. And also, I learned that sometimes you win a lot when you just give things up. You know what I mean? Obviously, from relationships or things that we used to do. I
Hmm.
share it with you when people say, "Oh my God, Miguel, you changed." Thank God I have changed.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
not the
Right.
same guy that I was 20 years ago.
Absolutely.
Yes,
You evolve.
exactly.
Yeah, and that's something really important to touch on there is as you know you create this separation, right, with this distance between your former associations, and as you start to develop, you kind of start going up. They say that the path is lonely, right? I guess, how do you walk that path? Like, how do you find that balance?
It sounds, I could say it easily, but it's a lot of work. Yes, discipline and focus. That's what it is. Obviously, the same time that we want to give to the family, the same time we want to give to our clients, our nonprofits, our other connections that we have, right? So at the end of the day, we have to pretty much, yes, put it on the list and say, you know what? Obviously, I need my business to be successful, to be able to run the nonprofit, to be able to be part of the LLS or the chamber or the other
Yeah.
organizations, right? So obviously, family, business, and the rest. I know they say let go and let God. So
That's
that's
it.
what I do.
That's it, man. Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's absolutely true. Now, tell us a little bit about the nonprofit. How did you get like started? How did you align yourself and your company with NORA?
Okay.
And by the way, NORA is the National Hispanic Association
National Hispanic
Organization.
Organization of
Yeah,
Real Estate Associates.
thank you.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, yeah.
And Monterey chapter, Monterey
Yes,
County
Monterey
chapter.
County chapter. Yeah. So when I was working at the other retailer company, they're still a big supporter of NORA.
Mhm.
So they invited me to their events. That's how I got to know the national leadership team and all that. Funny enough, they tried to establish a chapter 3 times before me.
Yeah.
And I guess I was the one that I was able to land it. And since last April, we have done an amazing job. I'm really proud of the board. I'm really proud of what they've done or we have done.
Yeah.
I think we put the Monterey County on the map to the point that we're hosting our national conference
There you go. We'll
in
touch on
September
that.
7th.
Yeah, we'll touch on
Yes,
that.
so I'm really excited. The nonprofit is pretty much just giving back to the community. this nonprofit is 80% community, 20% to our members. And that's what I like. At the end of the day, a nonprofit is really a nonprofit when you give it back to the community.
Absolutely.
And that's what I believe. We were able to raise over 200 backpacks back to the kids. You were there.
Yeah,
It was crazy giving them out.
Yeah.
We were able to give back $1,000 scholarship to seniors, high school seniors.
It's amazing.
Yes, I know it doesn't sound a lot of money, but the fact that we're able to do it, I think that's getting us on the right track.
Yeah.
Yes, and again, it's just creating. We do believe on spreading the word about home ownership, and that's why I decided to align with this nonprofit. I'm a mortgage broker myself, so obviously I was going to align with a company or a nonprofit organization that's what they support. We do believe that all of us want to create that wealth through real estate, and the best way that we could do it is giving back to the community, and more than anything, educating the community, right?
Yes.
Unfortunately, on the Hispanic community, they tend to listen a lot to their compadres, their parents, and instead of listening to the specialists and to the professionals. And I think we are breaking that barrier and say, hey, don't listen to your compadre, listen to the professionals. Yeah.
Right. No, absolutely. That's awesome, man. So I remember the installation gala when you were sworn in, when the board was installed, and I remember you approaching me to sponsor that, and of course right away we jumped on it, and that right there I think really highlights the intention. Right, is we want to create these businesses, we want to be successful, and you and I get along because I believe that our attentions are aligned with one another, and that's that being. Having that type of success allows us to then give back and create change in our capacity, right? Yeah. Every time I see you guys going out, because you guys just had a workshop last weekend, right?
We had a business workshop, and also we had our trademark event, Road to Homeownership, and the business workshop that's pretty much designed for business owners, and obviously. Everybody starts a business, but there's ways to be more proactive or to keep more money to yourself instead of paying it on taxes, creating partnerships, LLCs, and all that. And that's why we designed that business workshop, because believe it or not a lot of business owners know that.
No,
right?
what now?
No, they do not know how to create a partnership, how to create an LLC.
Absolutely.
They don't like the ways to keep more money on your pocket legally.
Right.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes. And the Road to Homeownership was just designed for people that are in the market and wanting to buy a home, what the steps to follow are to achieve home ownership. And we do it every quarter. And thank God every quarter we get a full house. Thanks to Univision for always supporting us. They're always doing the free connections with the Calendario Comunitario, radio stations, and we've been blessed to have the support from our community. And I think that's why the chapter has been so successful.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. So in regards to the membership, right? So you're obviously the part of the board. You have your board members, but you also have active members, and those members, those are typically real estate agents.
It's another thing what I like about NORA is just real estate associates. So anyone that is pretty much associated with a real estate transaction could be part of it. We're talking notaries, appraisers, tax preparers, anyone.
Restoration contractors.
Contractors, yes. Yeah. We open the door to anyone. And like I said in all my speeches, even though NORA is designed for Hispanic, we welcome anyone that's willing to help the community.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, man. Yeah. And what I like about it is, from my seat, so to speak, is I see the benefit, right? Number one, the giving back, right? The philanthropy that you're involved with is first and foremost amazing. And that, again, comes, in my humble opinion, directly from having the means to support through having a successful business. What I like about it is you're doing that, you're giving back, you're contributing, doing your thing, but you're also able to connect and network with people in your industry that kind of help on the business side too. So, you're giving back, but you're getting back as well. Givers gain, so to speak, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, those relationships that I have been able to build through this nonprofit have been an amazing addition to my business.
Hmm.
Obviously, I'm creating stronger relationships with real estate agents that I never worked before, right?
Hmm.
That now we're giving each other a chance. And companies, like I said, that I never worked with before, now we are aligning to work together. And I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, at the end of the day, I'll be lying to you if I say, oh my God, I just want to give back to the community, right? But that's my number one
of
goal. But
course.
obviously, number two is create relationships like the one that we have created
Yeah,
for the past 2 years.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's been 2 years already, hasn't
Already,
it?
yes.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah. So let the listeners and viewers know a little bit about the national conference and how big of a deal it is that it's being hosted here in our backyard in Monterey. Can you touch on the conference, please?
Oh, yes. So the national conference, again, NORA stands for National Hispanic Organization of Real Estate Associates. So we welcome anybody. You don't have to be on the real estate market or to be a lender. This is just a huge event that we're planning. Last year, we hosted it at the South San Francisco Conference Center. Now, I'm proud to say that we're going to be hosting it in the Monterey Conference Center. Thursday, September 7th, we have an amazing lineup of speakers. We have top 1% real estate agents, producers nationwide that have closed billions of dollars. We have economists that are going to be talking about the economy projections, where the rates are heading to, where the real estate market is heading to. And we also have an amazing speaker, Chris, that he's going to be talking about that mindset, right?
Absolutely.
Because you have to have your mindset ready, whether you're in the real estate industry, in any business at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Yes. And we're going to have some amazing breakdown sessions to talk about how to create your personal mark, your personal trademark, right? How to create your personal label and
your branding.
Your branding, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And how to make it successful. And also, we're going to have some to be talking about flipping homes, how to start, what's the next, and how to be successful in staying as a flipper.
Navigating those waters.
Yes, navigating that huge monster.
Yeah.
And we're going to have some performers. We're going to have some Canva hacks for real estate agents and lenders. We also have an influencer panel that they're going to be talking about. Yes. So it's super cool. This conference is not even expensive. So just go to www.nora.org and you could buy your tickets there.
And that's NHORA.
Yes, NHORA.org.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yes. And just real quick, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this, and that's that it's we're talking about building relationships. We're talking about maintaining relationships with your clientele, your customer base, and in the topic of building relationships. It's amazing, right? So we got together a couple years ago, and we've been doing some things together in our community, supporting our community, and then through this relationship, I was able to connect you with Chris. So Christopher Warrens is he's my mentor, and he is an author of Dominate Your Day. An amazing, it's the High Performer's Guide to Winning at Life, I believe it's the title. He's an amazing human, and I'm really excited that you were able to connect with them and have him out as the guest speaker or the keynote speaker for this event. So if you are local or you are anywhere near us, I absolutely highly recommend that you come out to this event, because it will be inspiring, aspiring, it'll be life-changing. It's going to be good, and I can't wait. Miguel, thank you so much for your time. I am so excited that you were able to come here and join us at Mag One Media Studios and chat. So I appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by with the Ripple Effect. And how could people find you?
Thank you. Thank you. A real pleasure being with you and here at this amazing location. Feel free to call me if you have any mortgage related questions, 831-905-4007, or my email, msantamaria@loansbycms, or visit my website, www.loansbycms.com.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, my friend.